Hey guys, welcome back to LetCode once again. So in our previous video, we learned about the Playwright locators uh, like text, has text, and few other stuff. So in that video, I said I will cover the one more topic in locators, that is like to find the locators based on the locations. We can also call it like relative locators. So already I have a video for this TypeScript video, Playwright relative locators. You can watch that because the concept is very same and there is no difference. So for example, if you see here page.fill, that is what we use in Java as well, only the await is missing, and within that we have like string, of course the double quotes. That means whatever we are going to learn from this video will be applicable for uh, Python, Java, and all the other bindings. So this is really a good video and one of my favorite because I have demoed in two website and this really good one. So probably you can watch that. Okay. So with this video, our Playwright locators are going to end. We'll learn other topics. So today we are going to learn about the debug, and we can do it in two ways. We can debug the test or the selectors. I will show you both. It's going to be very easy. So what we usually do in any of the Java is Java based automation like the Selenium. We set the debug point here and then we go like step in, step out, all the stuff will happen, right? But in Playwright is going to be little different, completely different I can say, and it's going to be easy, but at the same time it's going to be very handy. Okay, so one of the best debugger I have seen ever, I can say proudly, because this is really awesome. I'll tell you what to do. Okay, so yeah, let's get started. So we are within the day 13 package, and the package is within the SRC main Java because we are going to use the maven test command to execute and debug. So of course our code should be within the this thing day 13, of course. Okay, I mean within the SRC main Java. Yeah, and the code is very simple, just whatever we have learned in our previous two videos, the same code. We'll just go to the site, do login, enter username, password, search for a book, and one more step. Okay, so that's it. It's very easy. Now let's see how to do the debugging. So first of all, when we have to do the debugging, we have to use this function called pause. That means it's going to pause my execution. You can have this in multiple places or also in single places. For example, I can have this after this as well. Doesn't really matter, but make sure wherever you want to set your debug point, you can just call like page.pause. That's it, very simple thing. Okay, now if I do right click and then if I say like run as Java application, it will open the debugger but it will not attach the source code. So for example, here you can see like whenever there is a page.pause, this basically brings this tab which is called as Playwright Inspector. So here what you can do is of course you can do the debug as well. So if you just click on the step over, you can see like it's going to this login. So in the trace file also we have saw this, right? So before clicking, it will just give us this kind of red point. So if I click on this step over again, you can see like it's going to enter the username, it's going to password, and then it's going to do the login, which is good. But we are not able to see our source code, which might be little challenging if we have a complicated script, right? So this is how we have to do the debugging, and that's really easy. I hope you understood this. Okay, but the problem is, of course, we have to see the source code or else we might not understand. So for that, we can use the as we discussed in our tracing video, we are going to make use of the plugins concept, profile concept. So within the profile, this one is for tracing, so we can ignore this. And another one I just added today, this is debug, and same thing, internally the plugin is same, only the class name is different. Other than nothing is changed here. Okay, so very simple thing. You can see the code from my GitHub repository. It's going to be very easy actually. Yeah, so if you go to the GitHub repository and if you go to the form.xml within the master branch, probably you can see as of now the trace is there. I will add the debug profile as well. Okay. Yeah, now what we have to do, we have to go to the terminal and we can do this. So in our previous tracing video, we saw how to use the git bash. In this video, we are going to use the inbuilt terminal within the Eclipse. So you can go to like file and come on, and here you can give like new, and you can select like other, and not this one I guess. Yeah, sorry. So you have to right click on your project and you have to say like show in local terminal. That will open your terminal. Okay, or else you can see it from here in the right hand side also there will be terminal. Okay, so you can use any one of them. Okay, yeah. Okay, so first of all, of course, we have to set the path. So for that we are going to use like, yeah, let's do that one more time. So right click, show in terminal, and first of all here we have to set the path. So to set the path, it's very easy. We can see for git bash you can use this command, for PowerShell you can use this, and for the batch is nothing but our local terminal, the command prompt. So here I'm going to use the same, but few things we have to change. So first of all, here we have to say like the sassy slash main slash java. Okay, and another thing is we have to set the debug equal to 1. Okay, so debug in 1 equal to, in the sense like it will know that we are doing some kind of debug, so there won't be any timeout error. And after that we have to use the mvn test command. So here I can select mvn test dash profile, and the profile name is debug. And here you can see like we got this, like the debug is on. This is the Playwright Inspector, the debugger, and it stopped like navigate. So I can just click on this step over. So here you can see like the navigation is done. And if you want to see what are the things happen in the navigation, you can select navigated to, and it wait until the page get loaded. Okay, and then if you see the login, this is basically the click is happening over here, and here you can select waiting for the get by text with the, yeah, so it's basically try to locator to be visible, attempting click action, waiting for this visible, stable and enable, and it says like it is visible, enable and stable. Then just doing the scroll, done scrolling. Now it's going to do the click action. Okay, so if I click on this, you can see like the click is happening. Okay, now this you understood already, like this is how we have to do the debug. Apart from that, what we can do here is basically like even we can record a script. For example, let's say that I want to record a new script from here. So I can just go to my record, I can just click on this, and I can click on this register. I can give some data, something like something, and I can just click on this register. So there will be some error message. I can grab and check this one. Okay, so here you can see like we got the same, like we got this like try without catch and finally. That means like it's a try with resource block, resource statement. And here you can say like we got the browser context, we got some register click and some data we are entering and all the stuff. So you don't have to write the code as well. This is similar to your record the test kit, the same concept. Here from the inspector we are doing this. Okay, and if you want to convert the code into like TypeScript or PyTest, of course you can do that, which is really handy. Okay, so if you see the TypeScript code, it's very easy compared to the Java code. Okay, and if you want the PyTest, of course you can get that as well. Okay, now if you want to go to your actual code, that is this particular class, you can just go and you can see. And if you go to the same place again, probably you can continue with your script as well. Okay, so here, yeah, cool. Okay, now you can do also other things as well. So for example, two previous video we learned that we are not able to. I just closed it, so that's why I'm getting some error, but yeah, it's fine. Okay, so like we have this get by locators, right? So get by text, get by username, and here you can see like a few other locators as well, which like button, hashtag, something are there, right? So if I want to verify all those, I can do that with the help of this inspector. So for example, if I go and run this now, you have to set the source only once, and you can use the ambient test command to do it again. Yeah, so let's say that I want to find the locators for this particular things, right? So I can just, here you can see like we have this explore option. I can just go and mouse over and click. So here you can see like we get this like get by role, and it's a navigation, and it has a text called biography. And here we have something like price filter. So you can see like it's a heading with role options, say price filter. Or else if you want to get us something like, for let's say that you want to find the XPath, you can say like /input. That means here you can see like locator XPath equal to input, so it will just find all the stuff. Let's go with the A tag. That means you can see there are like totally 98 A tags here. Okay, and if I want to be specific, like text equal to maybe something like fiction, then you can see it's giving us the highlight along with the kind of like tooltip, which will say where is my locator. This is XPath. If you want to get this, if you want to do the same with like Playwright locator, of course you can do. For example, I can say like locator and followed by text colon and the sudo, and here I can say like fiction, which will work fine. Okay, so like whatever we discussed in our previous two videos, if you want to find all those, you can use this here. Okay, one way is using the debugger. Another way is also there. If you go to your browser, inspect, and if you go to the console, here also we can say like playwright.locator, and you can pass your value. For example, colon text, then followed by the text, that is fiction. And if you give enter, you can see like it's giving me this particular element. If the XPath or if the locator is wrong, then it won't give us. So for example, let's say that I'm going to find like fiction 123, which is not there in the page, and here you can see like it says like array of 0. That means that locator is actually wrong. Here we are getting array of 1. That means like with partial text the locator is there, and here also you can see like the locator is there. Okay, so yeah, that's it. So you can do it from your console, but I will recommend you to use this Playwright Inspector, which is really cool, and it gives you some highlights, which is very easy to understand. Okay, so if I give something wrong, you can see there is no highlight on the page. By the way we can understand this. Okay, or else if you are very confused how to take the locator, you can just click on this explore, go and drag and drop on some places, and you will get this particular thing. You can just copy and paste in your script. Okay, so yeah, this is the toggle, and that's it. So that's it for this video. If you have any queries, feel free to ask me in the comments. I'll be happy to reply. Tada, bye bye, take care. And as per the assignment, just do the same, like try to find locators using Playwright specific locator using the inspector, and also try to get hands-on with the page.pause and the debugging. That's it from my side. In the next one, very soon. Tada, bye bye, take care.